One of the big impact for me as a private equity company, we invest in companies that not only has presence and legs in Asia. We're looking at a company, for instance, that have major interests back in the United States, and they're going to be public in the next 1 to 2 years. As part of this IPO, or the initial public offering, part of this is really about the growth strategy in Asia. As much as you have a growth in Asia, you need the manufacturing capability, the supply chain, and the markets even back in the United States to be a major cooperation. Companies can really grow significantly, I think, with this kind of opportunities. So the things that I learned through this investment summit is who are the people that can help and enable the organizations like this grow much more significantly in the next 3 to 5 years. That, I think, is the most impactful for my business. It showed the delegation, including myself, how engaged that the U.S. government is and how focused they are on getting the U.S. economy back on track again. And being a small private equity company that invests in companies, not only Asia, but with markets back in the United States, this was a very timely effort for me to be part of this delegation. Because companies that need to grow in Asia need the presence and the markets of the United States. So whether you're doing manufacturing or the supply chain, the United States is a very key market. The second impact is really the network. I saw that amongst the delegation there were CEOs from all across Asia, including Chinese companies, major Chinese corporations. And during luncheons and tea breaks, we had a chance of meeting out with all these different CEOs at the conference, including our own delegation, about their own stories about why they wanted to be part of the United States. The U.S. economy, especially I think in 2015, is going to be a major market in terms of investments, in terms of engagement, especially looking at the economies around us here in Asia. This is going to be a very difficult year, but I think I'm really excited about what's going to happen back in the United States. And even the conference was back in 2013. The things that we learned about the different commerce departments, the state departments, about how engaged they are to help companies like us invest back in the United States. I think that's really exciting. And the third thing that I think that's really powerful is understanding which are all the U.S. organizations and companies that we can engage with, or the different states and the different investment opportunities and incentives that all these different states will give. I think that's a big part of my learning when I was back there as part of this delegation.